Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kat Moonchild. I am a psychic, I am a medium, and I am also a Reiki master. I just posted a video about Mercury retrograde and what it was. It's just a quick little 5-minute video about definitions on Mercury retrograde just to give you a better idea of what that is in astrology. Other things that you're wanting to also look out for in the future is I will be continuing my videos, but I wanted to kind of go through a longer intro with you all because I had a very busy week, so I wanted to apologize for not being around this week very much. I had a lot of things come up this week. I had a lot of craziness happen this week, and I'm going to be very, very busy, so I will post as I can. I will be doing today the cups definition for our continuation in our tarot series. I think that that's a really appropriate thing to do. I wanted to focus on that teaching aspect for now. So we'll be going through cups and all of their definitions and all their meanings today, which is going to be a good thing to continue to do. Also look out for the future video. My next video I'm planning on doing is going to be different kinds of psychic developments, techniques in terms of what is the best reading style for me based on how I connect intuitively. And I'll also be giving some tips and tricks in that video as far as how you can tell what way you connect. So it's going to be a little bit of what psychic ability is, and I think I might actually just post prior to that video the different types of psychic ability and the ways we receive messages before I post that tips and tricks video, just so you all have some additional information for yourself so you can tell the way that you work, how you function a little bit better, so that that video can be more relevant for you and your learning path. Thank you so much for watching. We will continue the video. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, hit the bell notification for future videos, and you can also find me at Moonchild Dream Spelling, found here. For additional content, I do make jewelry, and I also like to post uplifting content or positive messages. So thank you so much for watching. On to the video. Hey y'all, welcome back. I'm so sorry it took so long to move on to our tarot card series for cups, but we are finally here. I will be continuing my videos in order for us to continue our education together. Next we will be doing pentacles, so if you're keeping up, again, don't forget to grab your pen, paper, notebook, whatever you need if you want to take notes to follow along. If not, keywords will be in the description down below, so you can also check there. Now, the thing we want to remember about cups is that it is water element and it is also a feminine energy. Cups has everything to do with the emotional realm or the emotional aspect of our lives, so that's going to be what you're going to be seeing in the theme of cups today a lot. A card that is included in this deck that is not part of the traditional tarot cards is the palaces. I always said I would share the palaces with you. There it is. You have the element for water, the upside down triangle on the Palace of Cups, and this is really beautiful. You can see the jellyfish. It's underwater. You can see the little dolphins playing up there. I really think it's so lovely. So I promised you I would share the palaces. There's the palaces. So we will actually just go ahead and dive right in to Ace of Cups. Now, Ace of Cups is, again, as all aces are, beginnings, the new, and also kind of represents the totality of everything Cups represents. So Ace of Cups has a lot to do with emotional fulfillment, emotional abundance. In the original tarot cards, it has the cup overflowing, and water represents emotion and well-being. So when you see a lot of the time water in its different representations in meditation and in symbology, the clarity of the water has a lot to do with it, the color of the water has a lot to do with it, and those different aspects of emotional clarity and emotional awareness. But here we just have the mermaid, which mermaid has a lot of symbology in like the ability to move through our emotional waters gracefully and easily, and that we are able to breathe in our emotions. So Ace of Cups does represent, again, emotional abundance, emotional prosperity, emotional happiness, emotional fulfillment. Two of Cups. I like that they added the swans because it does represent a grace. As you can see, the heart. Two of Cups tends to represent a coming together romantically, a union, love, especially with that kind of romantic sunset in the background. So you can see that there's a lot of that there. We have Venus up in the corner. So love, of course, the love association with Venus, planetary aspect, Cancer, which is very homey, very domestic, very earthly. So this is bringing a lot more emphasis in this tarot card, specifically on the emotional, romantic love aspect of Two of Cups. But Two of Cups and other decks can also represent a union or coming together of two different peoples, two different kinds. It can actually represent things like business contracts or agreements. It can also represent meeting in the middle in a relationship, two people that love each other, not necessarily romantically, but meet in the middle and come to harmony together. So Two of Cups. Getting into Three of Cups. Now, Three of Cups can represent celebration, like we're celebrating a marriage, we're celebrating an accomplishment, we're celebrating many different things. I often see a friendship connotation with Three of Cups, having fun, laughing, partying, getting together, enjoyment. That's really what Three of Cups represents. Yeah, a celebration, enjoying life, playing, having fun, laughter, margaritas on the beach. You know what I'm talking about. That's very much Three of Cups. It's the good times. Four of Cups. Now you're going to see some symbolism in here pretty strong. Traditionally, there's a hand that's giving him the cup, but as you can see, it's behind him. He doesn't see it. He's not very content with what he has. He's thinking about what he has. You can almost say envy, but you can see what he has here down at the bottom. There's more in the background that he's missing, he's not seeing. Focusing only on the small details. I can actually see this a lot of times in my readings, that you need to focus on the small details. You need to be conscious of the small problems, because those are the things that can mess you up. I also see this a lot of times. Dissatisfied, unhappy, discontent is very commonly associated with Four of Cups. Five of Cups. As you can see, she's not really having a good time. Originally, in the original tarot card, it's very similar. We have the Two Cups in the background. You have these broken glasses, if you can see that. That one's broken. Broken glasses. In the original tarot card, it's a man crying over the glasses. One of the best descriptions of this I ever saw was very much like, there's no use in crying over spilled milk. What's done is done. Let it go. So Five of Cups does have a lot to do with the disappointment factor of what we experience in life, and the disappointment factor of what happens with us. So when you're looking at Five of Cups, it's like, don't forget what you still have left. You still have things left. Don't be disappointed only by what went wrong, but also pay attention to what you still have. Six of Cups. And the original tarot card, Rider-Waite, you see the male child giving the female child a bouquet of flowers. So in a lot of ways, it represents like sweet, innocent love, childhood, playfulness, nostalgia, wonderment, and innocence for Six of Cups. But it can also represent the past returning, remembering of the past, the sweet times in life. And it can also represent somebody from the past coming back into your life. So it has a lot to do with our feelings about our past. Six of Cups. Seven of Cups. Now, as you can see, there's a lot going on here. There's the jewels, the tree, the keys, the wings. I really see Seven of Cups as opportunities, but they're dreams. They're things we have to act upon. The thing about Seven of Cups is it can represent opportunity, daydreaming, going in too many directions, but these opportunities, if acted upon, can become reality. So that's why I see it as a card of potential and opportunity more so than just daydreaming, like get your head out of the clouds. It can represent get your head out of the clouds, but Seven of Cups, actually, there is a solid bit of advice there of, what are you doing in action to actually make these things manifest or become reality? So that's Seven of Cups. Eight of Cups. As you can see, this one is one of those very, very self-explanatory cards. Walking away, leaving behind, moving on. Eight of Cups is very much about leaving the past behind, walking away. It can also represent just leaving everything behind physically. All your connections, your material life, your physical life, and just up and leaving. So this has got a lot to do with the transition of moving on or moving forward emotionally, and sometimes that does have a physical connection. Like in a divorce, we may just decide to leave everything behind and move on for the sake of peace. We may just give our spouse everything in the house and just leave it alone, just for the sake of our emotional safety or our emotional fulfillment. Nine of Cups is next. Cards are not wanting to stay in order today, are they? There we go. So Nine of Cups, as you can see, it's very cornucopia if the camera wants to focus. There we go. It's very cornucopia. There's the grapes, the wine, the cups are full of wine, as you can see, the red. It's very much abundance, satisfaction, joy. There's a lot of a material connection here, but it's our emotional satisfaction at our physical abundance of having quite a bit, especially with the grapes and the wine. That, again, is very symbolic of a celebration, very symbolic of joy. And the original tarot card for the Rider-Waite, it's a gentleman raising a glass as in toasting, or as in giving a salute. So there is almost like a celebratory energy here, but it's like cheers, It's very, very lovely card, but it does represent emotional abundance in a very different way than Ace of Cups does, because it does have to do with what we have to give, and what we have that we have received, and what we have materially. So that's that. Ten of Cups. Now, Ten of Cups oftentimes has a lot to do with a family connection. As you can see here, you have the family, right? But it also has a very, very strong connection to me, dream fulfillment, wish fulfillment, what we see for our future. That's why the door is opening. It's the potential again. The potential reality, but I do see this as wish fulfillment. What our dreams and desires are, what we want to see happen for ourselves, our dreams coming true. I actually got these out of order, so let me move that over. That's the Knight. The camera is just not wanting to cooperate today. Page of Cups. Now, as in, if you've watched my other tarot card videos, page can represent a young person or an aspect of ourselves. It can represent us beginning to emotionally change or emotionally grow, right? Or it can represent a young child who's a bit emotional or sensitive or empathic. A dreamer, Now, I will say Knight of Cups is more of the dreamer. Again, young child, young adults energy, more impulsive. Knights tend to be more impulsive. Knight is very, very, very much the daydreamer. Passionate. It can be very emotionally intense.
at times, doesn't think before they leap, impulsive. Knights can be very impulsive at times, but this is emotionally impulsive, passionate emotionally. Um, so there's always a charm to that, but they definitely think with their heart first. And that's the thing about cups people. And if you remember in my last video about swords, swords think with the head and not the heart. Well, cups definitely thinks with the heart and not the head. And there's strengths and weaknesses to the both, honestly. Sometimes cups people miss the logic in their action, or they don't understand why they feel the way they feel. They just understand that they do feel that way. Like, I understand I'm angry. I don't really know why I'm angry. Something must be wrong. So they don't always consider their emotion before they react to the emotion is part of the difficulty with cups people. They can feel defensive towards their spouse and not realize that the problem is actually being generated by their own defensiveness, but they're sensitive so they can feel attacked. That's something with cups people as well. Queen of Cups is very maternal, very deeply loving, again, can be very sensitive. Cups people, when reversed, when they're expressing the lower vibrational qualities of cups, can be emotionally shut down, emotionally shut off, can be very manipulative or controlling. And that's true of Queen and King of Cups. And King of Cups and Queen of Cups are, again, very similar, just the difference is the masculine and the feminine. And Queen of Cups can be very nurturing. Oftentimes they are very compassionate and can be healers, but they are very sensitive people and are driven by their emotional self. So just so you can see King of Cups. Same thing applies from Queen of Cups to King of Cups. These men reversed, again, can be very controlling, can be very manipulative, can be very spiteful, emotionally unempathetic to the point of narcissism. It's all about how I feel, it's all about my pleasure, it's all about what I want. That's the lower vibration of cups. And just remember, like I said about tarot from the very beginning, something we've always talked about is that these cards represent both the ups and downs in life, the best in life and the worst in life, and the hard things and the good things, and everyone's got flaws. So that doesn't necessarily mean if it's in reverse, it's only expressing those qualities. I have seen oftentimes that it's just emotionally unavailable or emotionally detached, but like, say you get this in reverse, but there's 10 of swords and the death card, and that's suggesting that somebody died. Of course somebody is going to be in grief and emotionally shut down and about how they feel at that moment, because they're going through something very, very difficult. So that's something that you don't want to forget when reading tarot. You always want to look at the supporting cards surrounding the cards to really get a clarifier. So, you can say King of Cups reversed with Eight of Cups upright. There's something about the past he needs to let go, right? So if I have that as a supporting card, he's holding on to his past, he needs to let it go. Or if he's reversed with Five of Cups, like that. This is just kind of like a little side note, guys, but this is a good example. Truthfully, if you get reversed King of Cups and Five of Cups as a supporter, he's just feeling disappointed. He's not paying attention to the good that's in his life. But again, there's always so many different circumstances, so it's really important that you understand the supporting cards surround it and their placement. And I'll actually do, after Pentacles, a layout video to show you different layouts and teach you different layouts in tarot to help you get what those supporting cards mean and their placement and their understanding. So that's going to be something else that we're going to be doing after Pentacles. So keep a lookout For the Pentacles video next week. I again am so sorry that it's taken so long for me to catch up with these videos. I apologize, guys. I just have so much going on right now. July has been a very busy month for me, but I will do my best to keep up with you. I love you all. I will talk to you later. Bye.